this is it, my Ranger 520R boat walkthrough for 2024. Got some interesting new things on this boat. I'm gonna take you for a little tour quickly, show you some of the cool new features and a couple extra trinkets this year, and yeah, we'll go from here. So we're gonna start at the front of the boat. This has become invaluable. I think I'm getting a little older, starting to use this a lot more. This step to get in the boat makes it a lot easier on the Ranger trailers. And if we come over here, you'll notice I've got two live scope transducers. This live scope transducer I use for forward facing, and the top one here, I turn it and it's going to be my perspective. Been using perspective probably a lot for the last 2 years, and it catches me a lot of extra fish, shows me a lot of cool new features. And if you want to check out Scott Martin's little video how he won Lake Okeechobee, you'll really see how good it works. It's kind of been a bit of a secret, and I think the word's out now. So this is a key player in about 15 feet or less for me. Okay. All right, now we got the power pole move trolling motor. I used this last year, and I think this actually gets me a lot more bites. The reason being, I'm using a lot forward facing, obviously. This is by far the quietest trolling motor on the market. When the prop's turning at say 75%, you don't even hear it, you don't feel it. You actually kind of forget you're on the foot pedal, it's that quiet. And the steering, so just the fish can't hear you is good, and it's gonna get you a few more bites, and obviously it moves you around the lake a whole lot quicker. So then we go up here for the live scope graphs. I got a 12-inch up front. That's gonna be my main graph for using live scope this year, which I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of. And then I got another graph for perspective only, and then I have a one for mapping, and I'll split it with 2D. So this is the standard move, as you can see, but one aftermarket thing I put on is this Bounce Buster by Geiger Tech, and the power pole trolling motor is the most well-built motor on the market for sure, and it probably doesn't need this Bounce Buster, but when I get into Lake Ontario and there's some big waves, it just doesn't hurt, and hopefully make it a little easier on the trolling motor. So then we're going to move back a little bit, and we're going to head to the console area. Coming back here to the console, and one of the features of the 520R is a keyless access. So it's just a key fob, power up the boat, and then I just put it away for the rest of the day. Don't need a key, don't need a key fob. And when I'm ready to start it, just hit the start button here, fires up. This is the Ranger ride system, very cool. Everything you want to control on the boat is right here. It's all touchscreen. So my lights, nav lights are right here, my box lights, controls, all my live well pumps, bilge pumps, all right here. And if I have a radio, all Bluetooth, I can turn some tunes on, and we're ready to go. All right, I've got 3 Garmin graphs now. I never thought I'd see the day where I had 3, but we're trying something a little different this year. I'm gonna show you why, but I need a few extra screens this year to hopefully see some extra fish. So stay tuned, and I'll show you kind of the coolest feature I think for this year, and I'm really excited to try out. I'm gonna have a look under the hood here, show you guys what I got for battery power. I got Lithium Pro. These are 236 volts, and when you pair them up together in parallel, so I got 150 amp hours of running time. So that's going to come invaluable when you're live scoping on, let's say, 3/4 power for 10-12 hours a day. You're going to have lots of juice to run the trolling motor all day. Then over here, what we have is a starting battery from Lithium Pro. It's really one of a kind. It's the only one I know of like this. It's got 215 amp hours in reserve. So that means I can run the 6 graphs. I can run a lot of live scopes, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, and never run out of juice, and still do it all off one battery, and it's got enough power to start my big motor all day. And then obviously Ranger has a spare prop holder right here. Really cool idea. All this is controlled with the power pole charge, and then I have an app on my phone where I can check the status of the battery, and even now it's paired into my Garmin electronics, so when I'm fishing or driving I can see the status of the batteries, how they're charging. I can even put the power poles down from my graph now. So pretty cool new feature from Power Pole, and looking forward to getting on the water with that. All right, now we get to the back of the boat. We got the Mercury Pro XS, the most dependable motor on the market in my eyes. Obviously can't go anywhere without 8-foot power poles for me. This is something I really like for fishing in the Bassmaster circuit. We have to have our lights on every morning before takeoff, so instead of putting the light in the socket, this is all done with the power of one switch, and that SmartCraft gauge turns the light on for me. I don't have to play with it, and that's made by Russell Marine Products. And then Atlas 10-inch jack plate right here, hydraulic. If you're running in shallow water, it's kind of a necessity. And then we get to what I think is the coolest thing this year. I'm really looking forward to trying. Haven't used it yet. Is this little baby right here. So that's why I need a little extra power from the batteries, and I need the third extra graph of the console. This is what they're calling rear forward facing sonar. So it's a live scope transducer. It's mounted on my TH jack plate here. Geiger Tech made a mount for it here for me, and this mount is solid. And what it's going to do is shoot out, however far I set it, 100 to 200 feet out the side. And I'm going to be looking for suspended fish, structure, anything cool like that. And I have it on both sides of the boat now, so I'm going to be able to cover a whole lot more water more efficiently. And like I said, this is going to be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to trying it. And I'm going to split the screens on the dash. I'll probably have one looking left on live scope, one looking right, and use the other one for mapping and 2D or side scan. And that's pretty much it for my 2024 boat. And looking forward to getting out of here in Canada, going down to Texas. Gonna try and break this boat in for 4 or 5 days, get the rust off, hopefully catch some big ones, and we'll see. But stay tuned, we'll see how the 2024 Bassmaster Elite Series goes.